Good morning. How are you this morning? I hope you had a good weekend and are ready to tackle the week. Let me get my computer going. Turn off the volume. I don't need to hear myself. Oh, all right, we'll wait just a couple of minutes. Good morning, my friends. There y'all come. Everybody got your coffee? Got my mega. Did y'all have a good weekend? I hope so. I tried to stay up last night to watch the Cowboys play. That was the saddest football game ever. I'm just thankful it was preseason and doesn't count. Pretty sure there are a lot of people looking for a job this morning that thought they were going to be playing football. Oh, it was horrible. Okay, let's jump in because we got a lot to cover this morning. I'm going to talk about our subject first. I normally do our announcements first, but I'm going to save that for the last because I'm so excited about it. I told you this week we were going to talk about what Weight Watchers can't or won't do for you. Some of us tend to get in the mindset that when we join Weight Watchers, everything is just going to fall into place and it's going to be so easy. And all we have to do is pay our membership fee and show up and the weight's just going to fall off. And it really just doesn't kind of work that way. It seems to me there is one person in every meeting that appears to the rest of us to have it so easy. We don't see their struggle. We don't see behind the scenes. We don't see all of the work that they've had to put into it, just like they don't see yours unless you show them. So I want to talk about some areas that we really need to get our brain wrapped around in order to have a successful journey. We can't put the responsibility on Weight Watchers. We need to understand Weight Watchers is a corporation that really, in all honesty, is about making money, as is any corporation. Their philosophy, I guess, is to help the general public lose weight and get healthier. But their bottom line is what keeps them going. So we shouldn't get upset when any corporation tweaks things or changes things or adds things or takes away because they're not financially productive for them. Now, having said that, the science behind the plan that Weight Watchers gives us is very well founded, very scientifically proven, and so we know that works. So we can trust that. But here are some things that Weight Watchers cannot do for us. Me too. I'm talking to me too. Weight Watchers cannot make us lose weight. They can give us the tools, they can give us the opportunities, they can set the stage, they can help answer our questions, they can do things to motivate us, but they cannot make us lose weight. Hence, when we don't lose weight, it's not Weight Watchers' fault, right? We can't look to them if I'm not losing weight. I have to look in the mirror at me. Not at you, not at them, at me. So they can't make us lose weight. They can give us what we need to facilitate that, but if I'm not losing, it's my fault. Weight Watchers can't make me stop overeating. They, again, can give me the tools. My weeklies give me all kinds of motivational ideas, but when I eat too much or I make bad choices or I overindulge, or I give myself permission to eat something that is not fitting in my points for the day or the week, that's on me. That's not on Weight Watchers. I have to own that. Weight Watchers, and this is a big one, Weight Watchers cannot take away our mental negativity. We get cranky when we're dieting. We really get cranky when we're dieting and the scale isn't rewarding us. That's when I find myself most likely to be in a bad mood. I start looking for areas to take out that frustration. So I've noticed on the board, and I'm sure you have too, when someone is up, when they're losing, when everything is falling into place, they are the cheerleaders. They're much more, you can do it, patting each other on the back, posting the positive comments, the quotes, encouraging one another. It's when we're not losing or we're not in a good mindset that we tend to start being snippy with ourselves and with others. Again, that's not Weight Watchers' fault. That's on me. I need to learn, and you need to learn, that the times that I'm struggling, those encouraging quotes that I like to share with you, I might need to turn around and share with me. It's easy for me to tell you when you're struggling, stick with the plan. It works. Do ABC. You can do this. You're strong enough. It's not so easy for me to tell myself those things when I'm struggling. So maybe try this week, when you post a positive response to someone, write that on a Post-it note. Put them around your computer screen so that when you're struggling, those are staring right back at you. Because if it's true that your neighbor can do it, it's also true that you can do it. If it's true that sometimes we just have to pick ourselves up by our bootstraps and dig deep, if that's true and good advice for your neighbor, it's true and good advice for you too. If it's easy for me to tell you, you just need to make sure that you're doing ABC, weighing, tracking, measuring, then that's true for me too. So instead of being negative, let's turn that table around and put all those positive comments and encouraging comments right back on us. Weight Watchers can't get rid of our mental negativity. Only we can do that. And I will tell you that mental negativity, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, is the #1 reason that people quit Weight Watchers. It's not the scale. It's not the food choices. It's here. When we let this control everything else in our day, that's when we start giving ourselves permission to quit or to stop or to take a break. I hate that, take a break. Y'all know me. There is no such thing as taking a break. Here's a good one. Weight Watchers cannot make us stop looking for shortcuts. Every time somebody posts looking for a pill they can take that will make them not want to overeat, there is no such thing. Every time somebody is looking for a way to tweak the program so they'll lose faster, there is no such thing. Every time somebody asks, is it possible for me to lose 75 pounds without any kind of exercise? there is no magic cure. There is no shortcut. The only way to lose weight and keep it off is to do the work. If there was a pill that would make you not want to overeat, don't you think that everyone would be taking it? If there was a way to lose and keep off a sizable amount of weight without having excess skin, don't you think that everyone would be doing it? The folks that own bookstores will tell you, if you ask them, what's the most popular section of your bookstore? You know what it is? It's the diet section, because there are so many. Walk through there someday. Just read the titles. Everybody is writing a book on how to lose weight. And yet they keep changing. For a period of time, it's this diet. And then, 6 weeks later, it's this diet. And then 6 weeks later, it's that diet. Diets don't work. Changing your lifestyle is the only way that works. And, having said that, I don't care if Weight Watchers changes the eating plan 6 months from now. I saw where somebody posted, a thread, a rumor that there's changes coming. I don't know. I haven't heard. If there is, and it's a way to help me be healthier, not diet, be healthier, bring it. I'm okay with that. I just want to be healthy. I don't want to diet for the rest of my life. I don't want to diet for another week. I just want to be healthy. And in doing that, I'll change my body shape. I'll change my mindset. I'll change my outlook on life. But I'm the only one who can do that, not Weight Watchers. So stop looking for shortcuts. They don't work. Weight Watchers can't make us try new things. I grew up thinking that I didn't like avocados, and I didn't like cabbage, and I didn't like broccoli. Do you know what 3 of my favorite vegetables are now? You guessed it. Because I tried. And I tried maybe cooking them a little different. And I found that if I cooked them a particular way, I really liked them. My lunch this week is, every day, is grilled chicken that I marinated, and it couldn't be easier. I buy a bottle of Italian dressing and a bag of chicken breast, and I put them in a Ziploc bag, put it in the refrigerator, and let it sit overnight, and then cook it in the air fryer. So I have chicken that's got some good flavor to it, and then I cut up and put on a cookie sheet broccoli, squash, bell pepper, onion, and sweet potatoes. I drizzle a little bit of olive oil over the top and put some seasoning on it and roast it in the oven, bake it, whatever. That's my lunch this week. Guess how many points? Really low. Because the only thing in that had points is the sweet potato, and there's not much of it. But I had to try those new things to learn that I really liked them. So get out of the mindset of thinking, well, I don't like that. Have you tried it lately? Have you tried it a different way? Weight Watchers can't make you do that. But if you're willing to try it, you might discover a whole new world. There are hundreds of vegetables and fruits that are 0 points for us. We just have to be willing to try them. Weight Watchers can't make us have an active mindset. I wear a Apple Watch. I used to wear a Fitbit, changed to this about a year ago. This Apple Watch has, I don't know if I can get it to, let me see if I can, let's see if I'm talented enough to do this so I can show you. Can you see those rings? I don't know. It timed out. Hang on. There we go. Dadgummit. Sorry. That's my version of cussing. See the rings? Well, anyway. There's 3 rings. One is if I stand up enough, like once every hour. Once is if I exercised, and one is if I get my steps in. Now, this watch and these rings aren't going to do me a bit of good if I don't do the work. It can motivate me, it can encourage me, but I'm the only one who can get up and walk. I'm the only one who can stand up once an hour, every hour. I'm the only one who can exercise. But if I do those, I'll reap the benefits. Weight Watchers can give us the tools. They can give us the guidelines. They can give us the suggestions. They can give us the motivation. They can give us leaders who are there to encourage us. They can give us amazing receptionists who are there to encourage us and celebrate with us. But we're the only ones who can do the work. So we need to figure out a way to change our mindset so that we are a little more active. You may not be able to run. You may not be able to do weight training, but you can stand up once an hour, every hour. Or you can walk a little bit further. If you walk to the mailbox every day, maybe walk half a block further than the mailbox and come back. Or there's all kinds of ways that we can get in a few extra steps, but we have to do that. Weight Watchers can't make us do that. Weight Watchers cannot track or measure our food, and they can't make us do it. There is no rule that says if you don't track faithfully, we'll revoke your membership. Has anyone at Weight Watchers ever said, before you weigh in, I need to see your tracker? No. They might offer, if you're struggling, to look at it, but again, they've given me the tools. It's up to me to use them. If I'm not using them, if I'm not tracking, if I'm not weighing my food, if I'm not measuring, then I'm not going to see the benefits of the plan. I can eyeball it, but I have found, and I dare say you have too, when I sort of do the plan, I sort of get results. My results are about as accurate as my effort. Think about that. If the quality of your results are a direct result of the quality of your efforts, then that tells me that if you and me put more quality into our efforts, I'm going to like the results I get a lot better. But Weight Watchers can't do that for me. That's all on me. Here's the best one for me. Blame. We love the blame game. Weight Watchers can't accept the blame for what I did or didn't do. Now, I'm going to say something that you may not agree with. I don't think, this is me, I don't think that Weight Watchers is the right plan for everyone. I know that's surprising. Some people need a lot more structure and a lot more restricted program than Weight Watchers is. I don't believe Weight Watchers is restrictive at all. I have all kinds of options. Some people need more than that, and that's okay. There will be people join our group and it doesn't work for them, and so they find something else. Most of them at some point will come back to Weight Watchers. Not all, but most. Some people eat a lot less carbs than others. Some people feel the need to really watch their calories, and that's okay. But if it isn't working, figure out what will work for you. Maybe try something different. Maybe look at your calories for a few days and see if you're overeating. Here's the thing. The thing I don't really like a lot, I get it, but I don't really like a lot about the 0 point food is it's entirely possible to way overeat and not spend any points. You could go all day long and eat all day long to the point of being miserable and not spend a single point. Is that good for you? No. Is that what Weight Watchers intended? Absolutely not. But if you feel like that's what you're doing and you want to look at your calorie intake, then track it on MyFitnessPal or something for a few days. If you're eating an excessive amount of calories, whose fault is that? That's not Weight Watchers. Nowhere did they ever tell us, because it's 0 point food, eat as much as you want. Nobody ever said that. But we can't blame Weight Watchers. We can't blame our spouse. We can't blame our children for having cookies in the house. We can't blame the ladies that cooked the potluck at church and I had to eat all of it. We can't blame the coworker who brought donuts in. I didn't have to eat that donut. Did it tempt me? Sure. Does it look good? Absolutely. I've been at Lifetime now for about 1.5 years, I think, and I still have days that I'm really tempted by a particular food. But you know what? It's on me. I can't blame anyone else if I do it. I overate a little bit yesterday. My fault, not my husband's for bringing it home. I didn't have to eat it. So we have to get out of that blaming everyone else mentality and accept ownership ourselves. I remember when my kids were growing up, you know, I would probably, if I had a nickel for every time I told them, well, just because someone else did it, does that mean you have to do it too? No. You make your own decisions in life. You decide what you eat and what you don't eat. You're an adult. I told my children many times when they were growing up and they would come in and want something to eat, not right now. You're not hungry. You just ate. Or we're going to be having dinner in 30 minutes. Or no, you don't need ice cream right now. If you want something to eat, get a piece of fruit. We need to tell ourselves the same things. It's okay to maybe be a little bit hungry. It's really okay to just be bored and think, I think I want something to eat. We have to learn to say no, but we can't blame others. We have to own it ourselves. Okay, I hope that you'll think about some of that this week. I hope that you'll remember maybe something I said during the week when you're catching yourself, maybe looking for somebody to blame. Maybe you're frustrated with Weight Watchers. Maybe somebody posts on the board, I heard some changes are coming. I don't like speculation. If there are, there are. Big deal. We could speculate on it all day long and we could dream up all kinds of things. 90% of them will be wrong and we will have fretted over it for nothing. So I tend to close those comments down because we got enough in life to worry about without worrying about things that don't even exist yet. So think about those things. Try to give yourself the encouraging, motivating advice that we want to give others, but we tend to not, we withhold it from ourselves. But let's not blame Weight Watchers when we're not doing our part. We definitely want to blame them when we feel like they're not doing their part, but we don't want to accept responsibility when we're not doing ours. So let's try to turn that stinking thinking around this week. Okay, here are my announcements. The t-shirt sale that's ongoing currently ends September 3rd. So if you want to purchase one of those, and these are the shirts that are promoting breast cancer awareness for the month of October. And in honor, we're supporting our own amazing cheerleader and friend to all of us, Lisa Lyon. And so any profit from the sale of those shirts will go to help offset Lisa's massive expenses right now. So if you haven't bought a shirt, please do that before September 3rd, because those will not be coming back. We are having our Labor Day 5K. So on Labor Day or sometime that weekend, strap on your tennis shoes, put on your Weight Watchers Over 50 shirt, get out and walk a 5K, which is a little over 3 miles, 3.2, and take a picture to show us that you've done it and post it on the board. We love on the holidays to flood the Facebook group with pictures of our members being active. And so that's Labor Day weekend. Don't forget that. Starting today, this is my big announcement. I'm so excited about this. I hope you have a pencil and a piece of paper to write this down. I'll post it after I get off here too. But we are going to designate every day. I will start a post every morning with the food theme for the day. That'll be my part. Your part is to respond by sharing a recipe or a food product or a meal that you have put together that fits this theme. Here's what our themes are going to be. Meatless Monday. Share something, whether it's an entree or a vegetable that you've discovered. Let's try to keep it things that you've tried. If you can't and you just found one and you think this looks amazing and I have to try it and I have to share it, okay. But we especially want to know about things that you've tried. So Mondays will be Meatless Monday. Tuesday, we're going to call it Taco Tuesday just because it has to be Taco Tuesday. But let's do south of the border recipes on Tuesdays. I'm in Texas, so we live on Tex-Mex. But now these need to be Weight Watchers friendly, and you need to share the point value. Wednesday, we're going to call it Wild Card Wednesday. So leftovers or a new ingredient or something like that. Thursdays are going to be Thankful Thursdays. So Thursdays, let's share recipes that you have figured out a way to do it in your air fryer or your Instapot or your crock pot, which is freeing up some time for you to spend doing other things. And so that'll be Thursdays. Friday is Face-to-Face Friday. Friday is the day that we always share our before and after update photos, but let's make Friday food-wise our family favorites. So if you want to go back and pull out a recipe that your family loves and you're going to figure out a way to modify it, then let's do that on Fridays. Saturdays is a day, I'm sure if you're like me, you're running all day, and I tend to eat out a lot. I'm grabbing something or fast food or whatever. So Saturdays, let's share how you have discovered eating on the run Weight Watchers friendly, whether it's a snapshot of what you just picked up at Chick-fil-A or Subway, or you're at a restaurant and this is what I ordered and this is how many points it is. Let's do that on Saturday. Sunday, we're going to have Super Sunday, and let's do traditional meals. Everybody has their traditional Sunday meal, whether it was lasagna or pot roast or whatever. Let's share those on Sunday. Now, be sure you share the points. Be sure, we love to see pictures, and recipes are great. What I'm going to ask you not to do is share links to other sites that are not proven to be Weight Watchers friendly. Just because they say they are doesn't mean they are. So be very careful about sharing a link to another site. There are tons of recipes on Pinterest that say Weight Watchers friendly, But when you plug that into your app, they are not even close to being point friendly. So be very careful. Just because it says it is doesn't mean it is. So be careful about that. I'm hoping that by doing this, we will start getting an abundance of ideas for different meals that we can all have that will fit within our point budget. If you're like me, and I'm sure you are, we tend to get in a rut and eat the same things over and over. So let's do that. If you go way back to when we first started these videos, I shared with you my recipe box, and maybe I'll bring that out again since we have so many new members. But this is a great way to fill up that recipe box and make it super easy to do your shopping and your meal planning. Actually, I won't be here next week. I'll be on a cruise and I won't have the ability to post a video. But 2 weeks from today, I'll redo the recipe box video. And so in the meantime, you're gonna need some index cards. So just go ahead over the next 2 weeks and buy yourself some index cards and be ready. This can change your life when it comes to meal prepping and shopping and tracking your points. I promise you, it's a life-changing. When I saw it, and I believe, I don't even remember who I got the idea from a long time ago, but it's just great. So start posting your pictures of your meals and your recipes, and I'll post when I get off here what the day themes are gonna be, and I just think it'd be a fun way for us to start sharing some meal ideas. So I hope you have a wonderful week. I hope you make some good choices. I hope you have great weigh-ins for all of our family, and that's what I consider all of you, and I hope you do too. But for all of you who are struggling, especially those that are battling major illnesses, please know that you're in our prayers. I know Papa James is having surgery this week, so please keep Papa James and Nana Shirley in your prayers. Let's be kind to one another, and let's be kind to ourselves. Let's do something good for you this week. Let's see what happens result-wise when we give 100% effort. I think you'll be really, really pleased with the results that you see at the scale when you know you've given it 100%. Deal? All right. Have a great week. Be kind, and I will see you on the board. Bye, everybody.